We have reached the point in the program where it's time for the OTR pop quiz, so let us begin. You ready? You nervous?
Okay.
You excited?
All right, I'm ready.
You're ready.
I'm
you do
ready.
look ready. Well, so as we mentioned, you grew up in Leicester. Besides being misspelled and mispronounced from people who are not from here, Leicester also has a rich history. Peter Salem, a freed slave from Leicester, played a key role in the major battle of the Revolution. So on the screen, what battle was that? Was it Lexington and Concord? Was it Bunker Hill? Or was it Yorktown?
I'm going to go with Lexington and Concord.
It was Bunker Hill. Peter Salem killed British Major John Pitcairn, and both men, by the way, have streets named after them in Leicester. So let's quiz you on another bit of Leicester history. The term Minutemen was actually coined in Leicester. Oh, you're shaking your head affirmatively. It's a basic question. Is that true or false?
That's true.
It is, as our dear friend Dick Albert would say, it is true. You were going to offer something more?
Oh, General Henshaw.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, William Henshaw said we must have companies of men ready to march upon a minute's notice. You're a graduate of Sweetbriar College, which, as we mentioned, is in the state of Virginia. So is actress Diana Muldaur. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Now Muldaur appeared in the second season of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Your question is true or false? Muldaur also appeared in the original Star Trek television series in 1968. Is that true or false?
True.
It is true. She made 2 appearances in the original series, playing 2 different roles. She also grew up on the Vineyard, by the way. So you are now, if I do the right math, you are 2 for 3. Here we go to the final one. Central Massachusetts has had a strong run in the office of Lieutenant Governor. Karen Polito, the current one from Shrewsbury, the last 2 terms. Tim Murray from Worcester before that. Not much so in the office for governor, with the exception of Paul Cellucci. So your question is, on the screen, there are 3 Central Massachusetts towns. Which one was RGO Paul Cellucci from?
That would be C, Hudson.
That would be C, Hudson. He graduated from Hudson Catholic School and served on the board of selectmen. A brilliant 3 of 4 performance for the OTR Pop Quiz. That's a great job. Back on the record again. Jeff Deal, the other Republican in the race for governor, has the endorsement of Donald Trump. The state GOP has embraced the MAGA movement. So your only chance to win the primary is to swing independence your way. So why do you believe you can do that?
Sure. Well, you know, we're looking at 2 extremes in the party, from the Republican side and the Democrat side. So Chris and I are the choice for the middle. You know, we're the team that can find solutions in the middle, and we have the background and experience to do that. Chris and I make a great team from my experience in the legislature, and Chris is an executive. When you look at state government, and it is so complex. You have issues ranging from the MBTA to child care to managing 40,000 state employees. And those are complex issues and complex problems. And Chris is the one with the experience to go in there and manage the government as he knows how to and find those solutions. You
mentioned the MBTA. Can a human being alive solve the MBTA?
You know,
it has taken down many. Including it's an albatross for Governor Baker.
Sure. Well, you know, this has been decades, decades of neglect on the MBTA. Governor Baker came in, he asked for control of the MBTA, and I think he's made strides in making it better. Now, we have the federal report that just came out, which is pretty damaging. Right. But what I think it does is gives us a starting point of where we are now and where we have to go to move forward. Now, I'm no expert in public transportation, but what Chris and I do know how to do is put the right people in place. So you find someone that can get in there and turn it around.
The last thing I want to talk about before we say good morning is the January 6th committee will hold another hearing on Tuesday. By the way, you can watch that live on Channel 5. The testimony about Donald Trump's actions on that day have left Republicans at a turning point. So do you think that Donald Trump is the future of the Republican Party, or do you think that there should be new leadership?
You know, I think there's a lot of soul searching going on right now in leaders of the Republican Party, and if they'll be running again. So I am curious to see how the next few years shape out, and who will emerge as leaders or wanting to lead the party going forward.
It's great to see you. Thank you for coming in. It's great to have you on the record this morning. It's our thanks this morning to Kay Campanelli. We do appreciate you being here.